Um, it's a beautiful afternoon here, and I'm visiting for the first time, and it's very, very windy. As you can see. Well, tell me your name, your full name, what you do for a living, and the city you are joining from. So it's my first time in Mauritius, and I'm told that this is the winter time. By the way, can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, type I can hear you. Okay? If you can hear me, type I can hear you. I want to be sure that you guys can hear me. It's very windy. And I just want to be sure you can hear me very well. So if you can hear me, type I can hear you. Come on, can you hear me? Ooh, this is windy, yeah? Again, if you can hear me, type I can hear you. Because I can't continue until I confirm that you all can hear me very well. Okay, so kindly confirm if you can hear me. Just type I can hear you. NS site can hear me. Maruf Olalekan Shukrat can hear me. Oh, beautiful. Okay, a lot of you can hear me. How are you today? Good to hear you guys. Hope you're doing well. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo, and I'm joining you live from Mauritius. Mauritius is an island in Africa, of course, in the Indian Ocean, and as you can see, I've been having a great time in Mauritius. It's just beautiful. The only disadvantage coming this time is that it is very windy. It's believed to be the winter of Mauritius. So windy that it's as if the wind will take you away. But as you're joining me, tell me your name, email, and your name, what you do for a living, and the city you're joining me from, and kindly share this video with as many people as possible. Your name, where you're joining me from, and kindly share this video with as many people as possible. Just hit the share button and get more people to join us. I'm super excited to be here, and I want to share with you one of the powerful principles that enhances real estate. Whether you're doing rental income, investment, or you're doing land banking, how property close to water, how water, enhances the value of real estate. And it's a powerful principle that has helped so many people to build massive wealth. Now, lands that are close to the water, beachside, right? Land, this particular one is empty, even though it's actually a public beach, and that's why it's empty, right? You can see people come here, sky, all manner of boats, and a lot of games. It's already evening time, that's why you don't see people here, but it's like a public, beach, you can come there and have fun. Now, when you buy a land like this, the value appreciate faster. Whether you just keep the land for a few years and resell it, or you decide to build commercial real estate, residential real estate, both of whom generate rental income for you. When you do this, you are able to make good money, and I'll tell you why. And this doesn't need to be Atlantic Ocean or the sea. Sometimes it could be beside a river, beside a lake. Generally, lands that are close to water body appreciate faster, generates better income on investment, right? People get better income when they buy property that are close to the water. By the way, again, I'm waiting. Tell me your name, tell me what you do for a living, and the city you're joining me from. Okay, come on, talk to me, because when you keep quiet, I begin to wonder whether you can hear me, whether I'm just talking to myself alone, and none of you can hear me. So it's important that you tell me your name, you tell me the city you're joining me from. I would really appreciate that. Like I said, share this video with more people so that more people can join the conversation. But it's important that you comment, you talk. I want to know you're here, your name, what you do for a living. Will go a long way in helping me, and then click the share button. But it's important to know you better. Okay? So back to my conversation while I'm waiting for your introduction. Don't just come, watch your name, what you do for a living, and the city you're joining me from. For those of you just joining, I'm Steven Akintayo, and I'm live here in Mauritius. A beautiful time of vacation, and I get to know you better. So, any land close to water body, I appreciate better. Now, I've often heard people say, "Oh, don't buy, you want to buy land, only buy dry land." You know, when I hear that, it already tells me the person making that statement is not a real estate professional. Understand that land that are close to water body or land that are marshy, because they are always appreciate better. So I give you an example. Manhattan, New York. Manhattan is an island and currently house the most expensive properties in the world. In Manhattan, to the 80th floor, and somebody else can buy 80th floor to the 120th floor. So what you sell in Manhattan now is called air rights. And everybody type air rights. I'm gonna stop talking. Nobody's talking to me. Okay? I will just stop talking. I'm watching you guys as well. You're watching. Watch game. Since that's what you guys want. It's the same regular audience that I'm here. So most of the probably don't understand how I do the show, which is that we engage, we interact, we talk together, we communicate together, and it's not just me alone talking and you're looking at me. So when I say comment, you comment. When I say introduce yourself, if I want people to join my show, first thing they do, they tell me their name, they tell me what they do for a living. It's just the way we do my show here. And what happens is when you engage me, I feed off that energy. It gives that feeling as though you are here, as though I can see you and you're live with me. And it makes the conversation better. But when nobody's talking, people are just watching and not saying I'll be watching and waiting. Your name, what you do for a living, and the city you're watching me from, okay? So, I'm not going to say anything going forward until I get to know you. Your name, what you do for a living, and the city you're watching me from. Now we've started the show. I've Lekon Shukurat, Manchester project manager. Thank you, Lekon, for sharing. I appreciate it. I hope you have shared this video as well with your friends. Kindly share the video. Who else is here? I need to hear your name, what you do for a living, and the city you're joining me from. That's the only way we'll continue the show. I started the show and nobody was introducing themselves. And the game here is that I share my knowledge about real estate, what I know about real estate, so you can learn and invest and build wealth. But in exchange, I want to know you better. So we introduce each other, we talk, but that's the role. So please tell us your name, what you do for a living, and the city you're joining me from. So I've reached here from Colombia, MD. Colombia, is that Maryland, USA? Kindly confirm me that's Maryland, USA. And then it's real estate investor, non-profit leader, bringing clean water to people in Cameroon and Kenya. Wow, that's impressive. Well done. I have Obina from Port Harcourt, admin manager, businessman. Obina, welcome, and welcome to the show. Thank you for introducing yourself, Obina. Okay, yes, so which Apple is from Maryland, USA. I'll be in the US September, October, so, and I'll be coming to Maryland as well. So watch out for that. Be part of the show. Sonny Akajame. Sonny Akajame, based in Bali, Indonesia, a top operator. Please, I want to come to Indonesia. Send me a DM in Instagram. Send a DM to my Instagram. Let me see if you know any visa consultant that can work with. Definitely welcome. Kayode Oloyede, resident pastor, Living Faith Church, Edo State, Igara. Welcome, sir. Abdullahi Latif, Adewale Balogun, Realtor, CEO, Ballard, Eran Limited. I'm also into farming on large scale. Ooh, I'm interested. That's exciting. I have Chue Kalima from Zambia. I just left Zambia months ago. I love Zambia. I love Zambia. From Zambia, an entrepreneur specialist in tailoring and design. Okay, good to have you. See, beautiful people are here. You guys were not introducing yourself earlier. So guys, joining, tell us your name, what you do for a living, and of course the city you're joining us from. Okay, we appreciate that. Your name, what you do for a living, and the city you join us from. George a realtor, investment advisor from Benin City. Welcome, welcome. We have TPL Michael Iwine Yamu, Benin City, Edo State. Oh, welcome as well, and thank you for joining. It's good to have you all here, and thank you so much for coming. Thank you for joining, and I appreciate the conversation. Okay, so let's continue from where we stopped. Who can remember what was the last thing I said? Because we're talking about how, investing in land, how, property close to water body enhance the value of rental, real estate, rental income, real estate, as well as land banking. That's what we're talking about. So can anybody remind me the last thing I said? If you can remind me, I appreciate it. Can you remind me what was the last thing I said before I then insisted we all introduce ourselves? Just to be sure you guys are following and you comprehend. And for those of you just joining us, I'm live here in Mauritius, joining you live from Mauritius, and of course we're talking about real estate investment, and I'd like you to share this video across different platforms. Just hit the share button and share. So I'm doing my evening work. If you're not tired of me, you'll probably see this face again and again from today till Wednesday. Okay, but if you're tired of my face, just let me know. I'm not sure you'll be tired of this handsome face. Come on, come on. Okay, so I was sharing about Manhattan. So years ago, Manhattan was a marshy land. Manhattan is where the most expensive property in the world are located. Manhattan is an island in New York State. And Manhattan used to be a marshy land because it's close to the water. And most people didn't quickly build, massive real estate in Manhattan. It was just few people were into shipping. It quickly became a port and things like that. But a man by the name John D. Rockefeller. Can everybody type John D. Rockefeller? Come on, everybody, talk to me. John D. Rockefeller. The man by the name John D. Rockefeller was one of those major people who became a top-time investor in Manhattan. Okay, at some point he started buying a lot of properties in Manhattan. He built the Rockefeller Center. His son, of course, did a larger part of that process of the project, the Rockefeller family. And the massive substantial investment in Manhattan by John D. Rockefeller turned around the fortune of Manhattan. And before you say Jack Robinson, Manhattan eventually became the commercial capital of the world and where the most expensive real estate property in the world is situated. But when you look at that, it shows you the role of water body and real estate development. In fact, virtually all the cities in the world are built around some sort of water. Okay, London is practically divided by water. Paris, water. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. If you understand type, I understand. Lagos, Nigeria, okay, is water. Dubai is sand and water. So historically, any property close to the water, and that's why, like I said earlier, when you make statements like dry land, and sometimes people say, oh, dry land, the land is dry, and investors are happy because they are saying, oh, I'm buying a dry land, without understanding that land that are close to water body, dry or not, usually they are marshy because they are close to water body. Those land always appreciate faster. So the most expensive land in the world is Banana Island. Like we said, it could have been New York, but they don't sell land in New York. Manhattan. It could have been Manhattan, but Manhattan no longer have land. They sell floors. So when you look at price point, Banana Island actually land-wise seems to be the most place to buy the most expensive land in the world, because per square meter is ranging from $10,000 to as much as $50,000 depending on who you're buying from. And Banana Island, again, was an example of a very marshy land. Nobody took it serious. At some point, a partnership between a private company, military government, and state government of Lagos came together, sand-filled the place, put infrastructure, fenced it around, and left it. And people were reluctant to buy the same Banana Island. Okay, very much reluctant. More people believed in Ikoyi, but not Banana Island, because it was way more marshy, and was directly facing the water, and that's why it was marshy. So most people didn't buy it. But again, the same Banana Island today has one of the most expensive property in the world. I was being told of a neighbor of mine, Banana Island, by those who live in my house, how, and she was sharing with them when she visited us. I wasn't around, I think, how she bought a land for 1,000 square meters for 7 million naira in Banana Island. Of course, this was many, many, many years ago. Okay, 7 million naira. They never really believed the thing will amount to anything tangible. Okay, but they did. 7 million naira. Well, you know what we're talking about. Today, that same land, you can't even buy it for $7 million. So, any land close to water body, the value goes up fast, has a lot of massive potential. And so when you want to do real estate, whether it's rental income, whether it's land banking, you want to consider somewhere close to a water body, because somewhere close to a water body has a lot of potential, and value of real estate goes up in that area. And sometimes you have, it also gives you plenty of options. And what do you mean by plenty of options? You have an option to do commercial real estate. And when we say commercial real estate, that's real estate where, by the way, I'm taking a walk. For those of you who are wondering where I'm at, what did I just do? I'm taking a walk in Mauritius, and I'm just wanting to show you, so you can see a lot of, do you see? I listen to your music. Eh? See your I'm sure he knew I'm a Nigerian, and he intentionally changed it to Burna Boy. Well, let me greet him. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Well done. I'm good. Well done. I love the music.
Me always, man.
Yes.
Always.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of that color.
Yes. Here.
No. When you're that color, same like me,
yes.
It's different thing.
Really?
It's not the same. That one is our thing.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Now someone want to do the same. You
yeah.
cannot.
You cannot.
Because it's our thing.
I know.
You know
I know. Nice meeting you. Well done.
Are you walking?
Yes, I'm just taking a walk. Thank you. So, and one thing I also noticed about Mauritius is that the roads are narrow, man. Very, very narrow. And I'm supposed to be taking a walk, but I don't even know how I'm going to walk here, because the roads are too narrow. And when I say narrow, I mean very narrow. Okay. Very, very narrow roads. But let me see. I'm taking a walk, so let's see how this goes. But it's beautiful here in Mauritius. A beautiful place, nice people. Not all can understand English, so sometimes that is a challenge. But very nice people, and then wonderful, and it's Africa still, but wonderful coastline, beautiful coastline, great reef everywhere. Of course, it's largely sustained by tourism, and again, this goes back to the argument I was making earlier about water and real estate. So what you notice, countries that have coastal area have always been a major attractor of real estate, tourism, right? Because of the coastal area. Nigeria, where I'm from, we haven't maximized our coastal area very well, and it's something we can improve upon once we begin to understand real estate and the values and the things that drives growth of real estate and how real estate value goes up and some of the concepts that influence that growth. So I will stop here. I hope you've learned a thing or two. If you learned something, can you type I learned something? Yes, Afro best to the world, I agree. And like the gentleman was saying in the car, he says, when you see a black man, there's a special feeling. And there's a feeling, there's an energy. And the Afrobeat music is one of those things that connects all of us together. One of the amazing things as well about Mauritius is how safe it is. Mauritius, by the way, if you learned something from what I've shared so far, kindly type I learned something. One of the powerful things about Mauritius is how safe it is. Very safe country, because of how safe it is and calm it is. Even the policemen are calm themselves, right? Very safe, and this is also part of what enhances the value of real estate in any place. Security. The safer, the more secure places, it goes a longer way in helping to create an environment for growth in the real estate sector as well. So I'm happy you guys learned something. What I do now is just take questions. So if you have questions, feel free to ask your questions, okay? If you have questions about real estate, about rental income, about investment, feel free to ask me and I just give you an answer. So if you're wondering, I'm taking an evening walk. I've learned to do more work, doing more walking around. It helps me to be in shape. I lose more weight walking than actually going to the gym. Strange, huh? Strange. But that's one of the things I've noticed about my body. So now I try to do regular walk, just walk around. And what I've decided to be doing often when I do this work is also to share some nuggets and give some tips and share a few things I know. Huh? So any question for me? If you don't have any, I'm ready to shut it down. I want to thank you all for watching and following this page. Remember to share this video with more people. Share with as many people as you can. I'll be going to Malaysia next week. If you know anyone in Malaysia, tell them the Eagle is coming, and I'd like to connect with them, know them better, and see how we can do business better. We're expanding across the world, and it would be nice to work together. Will you be in Port Harcourt? Well, I don't have any plans to come to Port Harcourt anytime soon, but we have an office in Port Harcourt. We're launching more estates in Port Harcourt this year. So you can always Google GTEX Homes Port Harcourt and be part of the team. Absolutely, yes, you can do that. The lecture never confused me at any point, sir. Beautiful. I'm glad to know that the lecture was simple and you got value and you were not confused, but you were convinced.